Hey, everybody. How's it going? It is Friday yet again, and I am here to hang out with y'all and do a little live stream. And it has been quite a week, my friends. I had to get a new washing machine, and it's just further evidence that home ownership it's something. So, but I want to hang out with you guys, and maybe we'll watch some more strange and bizarre videos like we did last week. Last week, we just watched a ton of videos of people doing exorcisms, and that was pretty fun. So maybe we'll dive into some more exorcist video, or I'm open to suggestions. If you have something you want me to put on the stream and broadcast, we could do that. We could also hang out in the chat. I'm open to whatever you kids want to throw my way. That is good with me. Also, I do want to mention that there's a little counter down here. You know, we do like tips. So if you want to send us a tip of any amount, hugely appreciated. We're trying to raise about $250 a month to kind of support the stream. We're not quite going to make it this month, but that's okay. If I quit everything I did because it didn't do well at first, I wouldn't do anything. Man, this lo-fi hip-hop stuff is very high energy this week. I might have to pick something else. I feel like this is too posy. Let me find lo-fi stream beats. Here we go. That's the stuff I like. I like that lo-fi hip-hop. Joe just said, Mr. Kuto, pick a number between 1 and 200. 156. I don't know why I chose 1, 5, and 6. I don't think that's my pin number. Not seeing anybody in the multi-stream chat. If you're chatting along with me in Facebook or Twitch, I'm not seeing it. Not yet, anyway. See, that's the kind of lo-fi hip-hop I dig on, yo. Oh, and I was thinking about adding another element to the show. Hey, yeah, no, Michelle, it does work. I see you there. Okay, cool. So, oh my God, Joe. I mean, thank you sincerely. You donated the number I said. I should have said 5.8 million. Thank you very much, Joe, for the tip. I really do appreciate it massively. Your generosity is obscene, and I appreciate you. Well, Joe, since you're one of the few people who tip, what do you have? Thank you sincerely. That made my whole week a lot better. Buying a washing machine was not what I intended to do this week. Joe said these streams are very fun. It just makes sense to support you. Thank you. And that really does keep my butt in this chair. I'm trying to get to a point where I could fit into my week doing this at least one more time a week, but it seems like I can always find time Friday afternoon to do it. That's why you see me here. So, and hopefully, not hopefully, soon there'll be another watch party over on Patreon. You know, I should call Dave because Dave's not feeling well. And that means it'll be fun. Don't mind me, just getting ready to call Dave. Poor Dave. Hey, Patrick! He said, what's up, Ben? Not too much, my friend, not too much. Hope you're doing very well on this Friday. Ready to watch some cool movies and do some stuff? Also, I don't know why the tip goal hasn't counted your contribution yet, Joe. It's probably just being a butthead. Patrick just asked, what's wrong with Louie? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out right now. Oh, come on. You better answer, Louie.
You're live, aren't you?
Do what?
You're live streaming, aren't you?
Why would I be doing that?
Because it's Friday and it's that time.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Whoa. Are you trying to say I would lie to you?
You have, but yes.
Wow. Hateful. How are you, Louie?
I'm okay. I'm hoping my body starts cooperating with what I just took.
What did you just take? Let me guess, was it amphetamine or nanphetamine?
It was Imodium taken with a swig of Pepto because I'm a man.
Ugh. I mean, Imodium will do the job. Pepto will do the job even faster.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that's gross.
It's not fun. No,
what did you do? Did you go to Europalace again?
God, no. I'm not sure if it was the cheese and crackers I had at midnight or what happened exactly.
I would be sincerely worried about you, D, if cheese and crackers is what just would wreck your system. It's just like, sorry, bro, I don't live anymore. I had some cheese and crackers.
I'll put it this way. I had some midnight snacks, but I can't remember what all they were because I just kind of rated what I can't remember.
I just woke up in a street corner covered in blood. I don't know what I ate. Well, Patrick in the chat wanted to say he hopes you feel better.
I appreciate that.
I am ambivalent. I can go either way. You could die if you want, you know?
I mean, that's the plan if all goes well, hopefully.
Well, here's the real question, Louie. Have you been practicing sitting still?
I mean, as much as I can when I'm at work.
Well, I feel like that would be the best place to sit still.
It is, honestly, because I have my headset and my mic on it, so I can kind of practice in that regard. But no, I've been keeping it in mind with the podcast and how Wednesday went.
And do you have one hand in your pocket and the other hand is hailing a taxi?
I'm I'm proud of you for knowing another song.
Taxi. Well, you since you're not watching the stream, you missed that I was like the entire time you were talking, I was adjusting my chair because I was like, why is my headroom messed up? And then I realized the chair I sit on in the studio, for the record, the studio is, I mean, you've been in the studio, Dave, but the people listening and watching have not. I spent a lot of money and time making this room like a real video podcast studio.
No, you've done a very good job at that too. I mean,
thank you.
From where we started for Freddy's Nightmares and where we are now, it's freaking awesome.
It is crazy, but where I cheaped out, and I'll admit this immediately, is in the seating.
Yeah, I mean,
because I mean, expensive sound blankets, expensive crating and foam and microphone gear and all this stuff. The chair was just a leftover office chair that I had in my bedroom and never used. But it's not a very good chair, and it slowly inches down. Like the more I sit in it, the lower it gets. So, you know, maybe that'll be the next goal. Is one day I'm going to put a nice chair in for me, and Dave can sit on a pile of discarded rags.
We'll leave that for Danny Glover in that Mummy movie that we forgot about.
Oh gosh. Okay. Let's not talk about violence. So, let's see the chat. Patrick said Joe Bob will probably make him feel better.
I hope so. I'm really curious on what he's showing tonight because Darcy said nobody has guessed it.
That is surprising because I've seen a lot of the guesses and they're the kind of things I would guess.
I mean, folk horror is what I'm leaning towards, but I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I'm very curious. Also, Joe said, "Oh, we've been in the studio. You were just asleep." Oh, that's honestly, with the amount that Joe tips on the live streams. Come on in, Batten. You own a piece of this at this point. You're the biggest cash supporter of the live streams there is. So thank you. And then Patrick said, "Well, you are this generation's William Castle." I'll take it. Where's my cigar? I need to have an auxiliary cigar humidor just for the studio.
That would be something that definitely needs to be added, I would say.
I don't want to buy anything else because I had to buy a dryer or a washer rather. I
finally broke down and ordered Freddy's Nightmares soundtrack on cassette, by the way.
Oh, okay. That's nice, dear. Is the real reason you decided to pretend you're sick so you don't have to hang out with your best friends? Was that really because you wanted
that is
was it because
clearly it's not the fact that I'm sweating freaking buckets right now when I go to the bathroom.
Well, first of all, sweat is liquid and buckets are solid, so that doesn't make any sense and you look like an idiot. That's number one.
Oh, fair enough.
No,
continue.
No, number two. You know what I'm gonna do, Dave? After this show, I'm going to make a little like bubble with a picture, like a really unflattering picture of you that says like on the phone, so that when I call you when I'm live streaming, I can just pop
it's
that
like
up.
Mangled Dick Expert with Joe Bob.
Yeah, exactly. But no, so. I feel like you got used to me suffering through my dog's chemotherapy, but then when you heard I also had to go to washing machine, you were like, I don't want to be there for him right now. I'm tired.
That's not it at all. I was looking forward to tonight, but like I said, I'm freaking worn out right now.
Oh, it's okay. Keith's going to make brisket.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure. I figured it was going to be filet and lobster night.
Joe just put a big glass case full of cigars, breaking case of podcasting. Yes, I like that.
Genius.
I like that a lot, man.
We need to have Keith make a breaking case of Freddy freaking case, and we have like the holy water from part 4,
dude.
And then we have.
You should text Keith that idea. That's a good one.
I will. I'll figure out what items need to be included in it, and I'll figure.
And what was it? I haven't smoked a cigar in the studio yet because I'm waiting until I can afford to put a good air purifier in here.
That's solid, yeah.
It will get smoky quick. If there's only me smoking, it probably wouldn't be too bad. But if I had like your dumbass in here, you know, and you're just eating the cigar whole, just Linda Lovelacing it. Patrick said, "Don't forget the Bic lighter, you son of a
bitch,
you son of a." So, and then Alan Holloway said, "Good afternoon, Mr. Enrique." Good afternoon to you, Alan. Well, Dave, so before I let you go, so you can, I'm assuming, get back on your throne. For those just tuning in, David is removing his organs through his asshole. Oh, Alan said, "Dude, I have a nice Cuban. I've been waiting for a special occasion." Okay, number one, what Cuban? And number two, where'd you get it?
Yeah,
because
that's a good question. Both questions.
I'm trying not to be that paranoid guy, but oh my God, there are so many fake Cubans out there. And
yeah, and a lot of them aren't good either.
well, most of the time, a fake Cuban is from some seedy factory in Mexico or maybe the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The worst part is that these. If I'm going to talk about cigars for a second, the worst part about buying a fake Cuban isn't the fact that it's not really what you're buying and you're paying for it. It's that they can't even make it a decent cigar. They give you like a floor sweepings cigar full of leftovers and crap. So you're paying $11 or $12 for a cigar that would retail for $1.50. It's like that's greedy. They could, if they gave you just an okay Dominican cigar that would retail for $4, you probably would never guess it was fake.
No, probably not.
So Rob Field said, "Damn it, late to the party again." But better late than never. Alan said, "Don't want to discuss on a live chat." Well, I mean, there aren't a lot of illegal ways to get Cubans anymore. So, I mean, because now you can even go to Cuba on a plane and come home with roughly 100 cigars as long as you're not reselling them. I buy all of my, and I'm not a big Cuban guy, but I buy all of my Cuban cigars from a website that ships them from Belgium. So I'm not committing a crime. They're the ones who aren't supposed to send it to me. And just so you know, the vicious punishment for sending Cuban cigars to an American person is they confiscate it. That's it. There's no fine. They just confiscate it. And half the time they don't even keep it. They just return it. So anyway,
that's interesting.
Well, because when you buy Cubans on the internet and you're buying them from a legitimate source, okay?
Yeah.
The way it works is they take the cigars, they ship them to you, and they know that there's a roughly 5-6% chance it's going to get caught. So they factor that into the pricing, is that, oh, well, we're taking the risk of knowing that if we send it to you, it might get bounced back. So we're prepared to send it again. Because the attitude is there's no way they're going to have to send it 3 times. By the second shipment, you're going to get it because it's so unlikely to get caught.
Yeah.
So that's really the entire business model of buying Cuban cigars over the internet from Europe. Because in the rest of the world, the bulk of the cigar business is Cuban. But in America, the bulk of the cigar business is Dominican, it's Nicaraguan, it's Honduran, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, but the easiest place to get Cubans for us in Ohio would be to just drive up to Canada.
Damn.
I mean, they have them. They have them in Canada. You just go to a reputable cigar shop and you can get Cuban cigars there because Cubans make up. It's funny. It tells you how many cigars America buys because Cuban cigars are 80% of the cigar market in the world over. But if you include America, then they're only like 10% of the world market because America buys more than the rest of the world doubled or tripled. And we buy from the places that we're allowed to. Say again?
What's an average price an American spends on a stick, you think?
It would probably be between $5 and $8. $5 is generally a very like economical cigar, and $8 is the beginning of getting a nice premium. Like a black market Esteli is going to be like $8.50. So yeah. Alan, we busted you. The FBI is on their way. No, he said that's where I got mine a few months back. Nice. Alan, next time you go to Canada, think about your brother over here, your brother from another mother, your Hispanic buddy over here is just sitting here going, man, I sure would love a commie stick. Just saying. I'd even smoke it with you, homie. Sincerely. But anyway, Dave, so I hope you have a great time. Have you started throwing up yet?
No vomit. Just the other end.
Aw. We were all promised vomit.
Yeah, that's fair. Who wouldn't want that, right?
But duh.
Especially for me.
Well, nothing from you is particularly good, so vomit just doesn't even move the scale.
Okay, that's fair too.
Oh man, Alan's now the claws are coming out. He said, "Dude, I have a dozen." Well, you ever out by Dayton way? I have a nice patio, or I can smoke in my living room because I'm a grown man and I own it, so I can smoke.
Yeah, you also have
a
lot of cigars too.
Listen. How many cigars I have is irrelevant because I refuse to count them.
Yeah, I know.
Out of the principle. Once I know, it becomes real that I own too many. Refusing.
I mean, that's fair. Keith literally gave me, when we went to see Evil Dead Rise on Saturday, he pulls up to the theater with just a Ziploc baggie full of cigars for me. Like, he's done that several times, so that tells me how many he's running out of space.
My good buddy Carlos, he did some editing work for me pro bono, and he's a sweetheart, and he likes cigars, so I told him, I was like, homie, give me your address. And I bought him an acrylic humidor and just sent it full of cigars. like 15 or 20 high-end cigars because I have so many.
That's awesome.
Oh, man, Alan. See, okay, hold on. So Alan said, next time I see you, I will have a couple for you. I live in Dayton as well. I always forget. I keep thinking because I mostly see him at Horror Hound. I keep thinking he's a Cincy guy, but he's a Dayton guy. Well, dude, you and me should go to my lounge sometime, Alan. We'll just have a smoke and talk about movies.
Why can't I come?
David will not be invited. That's a promise.
That's harsh.
Is it, though?
It is.
Well, I'm sorry you're so sick, David. People are going to be like, hey, what's wrong with David? I'm like, he's sick as f-. And then it'll be like you with like a sideways ball cap and sunglasses and a skateboard. Whoa, Dave is sick as f-. Do what?
Razor scooter.
Oh, God. You're the one who brought it up this time, Double D.
Yeah, it's because you brought it up recently and reminded me because I'd actually kind of forgotten about it. But then again, my past is always there to haunt me.
Alan said, if you want to have stogies with us, you have to vomit first.
I mean, I feel like you're the only one that's actually vomited at one time when we hung out. I don't think I've ever vomited around. Well, wait, no, that's not fair because you had to smell it when you came over to my house that one night to make sure I was still alive.
And that time I vomited when you were around, that was serious.
Oh, no, it was, dude. Like, you scared Rachel and I because, like, it just kind of came out of nowhere, and then it was, like, sticking around because, like, we were thinking, oh, like, you're just upset, gonna get it out, and then you'll be fine. That wasn't the case. Well,
what happened was that was the beginning. We didn't know yet that it was my gallbladder going bad. So all I knew was that I had a horrible pain in my stomach after eating a really big meal, and it got to a point where it hurt so bad, I was like, dude, if throwing up will stop this, I'm just going to go do it. Michelle has stopped listening, by the way. I forgot that she is very, very sensitive to vomit talk.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to wrap up the vomit talk. But no, so I went and like allowed myself to because I was like, I hope I'll feel better. And I didn't. And the best part was Dave had a recommendation of how to vomit easier and safer that he gave me right after I was done.
Well, you should have asked beforehand.
Michelle just commented in the chat, this is hell. We're done talking about it. We are, I promise. Let's see. Alan Holloway said, and I'll bring my 20-year-old bottle of scotch. That's good if Dave is there. is there, because I'm not a drinker, but Dave,
Yeah.
he'll hit that bottle of scotch. And I'm not kidding, Alan. Send me a message. We're friends. Send me a message. I'd totally invite you out to my cigar lounge and we can hang out. If you buy a cigar there, you can smoke whatever you want while you're there. You don't have to smoke the one you buy there. They don't have a cut and light
We
fee,
should
but
do
they're a local
the full
business.
event and go see a movie too.
Oh gosh, I mean, I'd be down. I would be down. I actually
That'd be a
like
day.
having friends, David. Not you, but
Hey,
oh man. Okay.
hey,
Oh,
who?
were you gonna say?
Go ahead.
No. What were you gonna say? You
Go
fuck?
ahead. I don't know. Go ahead.
Travis Van Hoos said, I literally had a cigar hangover once. Worst feeling ever, even worse than a tequila hangover, in my opinion. Were you inhaling? Were you inhaling the cigar? Because the reason I ask, were you inhaling, is I am a little baby flower. I can't drink coffee without going berserk. I've never tasted alcohol. I've never done any of that, but I can smoke like 4 cigars spread out through a day as long as I follow it up while I'm, oh no. My point is corrected. Dave Van Hoos, or Travis Van Hoos said, I did inhale, didn't realize I wasn't supposed to, LOL. Whoa,
He pulled a me.
poor buddy. Yeah, like Dave, when I got into cigars, I was like, hey Dave, let me help you just with your life choices.
Yeah.
So
No, and that's pretty sad too, because I had been smoking them for probably 2 years, even before you and I started doing that, because I was at the Leaf and Vine for work every Thursday night.
ugh. Yeah, poor
Which,
Double
looking
D.
back now, man, if I was the cigar person I am now and I had that shift every Thursday, I would freaking love it.
Oh,
my
I'd be
God.
joining you. I'd be
know.
I'd be there with you, hanging out, getting cute girls to buy me Shirley Temples.
It wouldn't be hard, I can tell you that.
I've never had a problem getting an attractive woman to buy me a Shirley Temple at a bar. So let's see. Alan Holloway said, we will set something up and I will send you info ASAP. Great. Travis, offer stands too. If you want to try smoking a cigar without getting horrifically ill, hit me up. We're friendly. I'd take you to the cigar lounge. We could hang out and have a nice Wednesday evening or something. The cigar lounge is one of the few places where I truly get to unwind and relax and be with friends.
Yeah, no, it's a good spot.
I mean, I'm literally going to the lounge at 5 with Keith. So let's see what else is being. Patrick said he's still talking. LOL. Yep. Rob Fields, when it comes to alcohol, you ain't missing anything. I promise you. That's what I figure. Although my other Hispanic buddies are always like, but you gotta have tequila, man. It's like a birthright. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm good. Like, I grew up around tequila, and it smells like you should clean with it.
You should let me make you a tequila sunrise. I'll even do a virgin for you.
I have non-alcoholic tequila, Dave.
Well, then you should make a tequila sunrise with it.
What's
I
in a
didn't think about
tequila
that, so
sunrise? Because
just-
when I make drinks with my fake tequila, I make a Paloma.
So tequila sunrise is oh god, hang on, let me figure what the one is. I'm gonna pull up the actual definition of it so I don't get it wrong.
Okay,
like a
well,
jackass.
while you're doing that, Maurice just commented, I've only had one cigar in my life. When a buddy became a father for the first time, we all had a celebratory stogie. That is one of the best times. You know, just throwing cigars out to everybody is when there's a baby being born.
You don't see it anymore as much. It's sad.
That's because people think cigars and cigarettes are the same, and they are not. I am not
Okay,
going to...
so a tequila
Oh,
sunrise is tequila, orange juice, grenadine, an orange slice, and a cherry.
I would love that.
I know. That's why I'm saying you should definitely make you one of those with your non-alcoholic.
I
It
like
would
how
probably really
at first it was, bro, I'll make you one. Now it's, bro, you should make it yourself. Thanks a lot.
You said
Great
you would
friendship.
make it, but my party is in what, like a month now? I'll make you one at my party if I have everything, which I should.
Okay. Just saying.
Because I'll probably have a real one, and you can have the fake one.
I've been to your birthday parties. I know what's going to happen, Drinky the Clown.
I'm not that bad at my birthday party. I can still tend to fire and tear everything down at the end of the night.
Yeah, tending a fire.
Hey, just because I did the Joe Bob thing that one time doesn't mean I'm bad at fire.
Patrick said, I'm with Rob on that regarding that alcohol comment. Maurice said, cigarettes are bleeping gross, disgusting habit, in my opinion. I agree. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you all that cigars are the healthiest thing in the world, That is not my point, but they are not cigarettes. Cigarettes are incredibly bad for you. They are meant to be inhaled. The chemicals in them are meant to make it easier to inhale them. I don't think inhaling smoke is a good idea in general, but that's just my opinion. Rob said, I've tasted tequila once. All I got to say is WITAF. What in the actual fuck?
Yep.
Note, I did not swallow it. I only tasted it to spit it into a fire at a gathering years ago, pre-COVID. Wow. See, when I was a kid, my stepdad was always drinking tequila and he was always drinking cerveza, beer. And he let me, when I was like, I must have been 4 or 5, he let me take a sip of the beer. And I remember running to the kitchen sink and spitting it out because it tasted so gross. And he just laughed. He was like, well, that's the end of that.
Have you ever seen the movie 3,000 Miles to Graceland?
No.
So I was watching it while I was finishing up work today because I hadn't seen it in a while. It's in Vudu. There's a scene where Kurt Russell and this kid that he ends up getting tied up with in regards to his love interest in the movie. Mm-hmm. They're driving together, and the kid takes one of his cigarettes and starts smoking it. And Russell looks over at the kid and goes, I didn't know you smoked. And the kid goes, oh, yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit. So he goes, well, here. He takes a cigarette, breaks the filter off, and he goes, that's how we do it in prison. They immediately cut to the kid puking off a bridge. And Kurt Russell's like, you want another?
Yeah. That's the masculine way to do it. Let's see. Rob said, I'm with Maurice on cigarettes. I tried them once and I learned my lesson the next morning. David O'Hanlon said, it's a horrible habit. Of course, I smoke 2 to 3 packs a day when I'm riding, so I really got no room to talk. Well, nicotine is psychoactive. It makes your brain move faster. That's for real. I mean, if you're being creative or thinking a lot, nicotine is a heck of a drug for it. David O'Hanlon said 3,000 miles to Graceland is one of the most stacked casts ever.
It really is.
So I guess you said it wrong initially. It's 3,000 miles to Graceland.
I probably did. It could be 30,000 or 3,000. I can't remember which.
Oh, the chat didn't show because sometimes it doesn't show what YouTube says. Joe commented, Dave is exhibiting all the symptoms of syphilis. Citation needed.
Damn.
I love the citation needed. All right, Dave. Well, I'll let you go. I know you're not feeling well, and the one thing that wouldn't make you feel better would be spending time with your friends, so you won't.
I mean, I would be watching Joe Bob on my phone in your bathroom. I don't know how much fun that would be.
No, you'd be watching Joe Bob on your phone in my front yard.
I mean, it's your neighbors that you got to deal with.
Yeah, I'll just be like, I don't know who that guy is. Call the cops. Tell him he's armed.
Right,
tell him he's armed. Oh, Maurice mentioned 3,000 Miles to Graceland is a criminally underrated film.
Yeah, it's 2000s AF, but no, it's a lot of fun.
Well, Dave, I am going to let you go. I feel bad for you. I hope you feel better, brother.
I appreciate it, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Double D, David Denoyer. So I was thinking about maybe doing some kind of a, I was thinking about maybe doing like a, I was thinking about doing some kind of a commentary thing about like, what do you call it? Like possessed people, exorcisms again, because we were having a lot of fun watching exorcism videos. So if in the chat, if there's anything you want me, any like kind of content you want me to pull up and kind of comment on, just let me know, because commenting was really fun last week. I am going to search YouTube exorcisms because that was really funny to talk about. But if you guys have anything, please do. Please do let me know. And also, who's watching The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs tonight? Okay, so David O'Hanlon said, Maurice said, one of the okay, hold on. Sorry, I got a little off track. Okay, Patrick says, what do you think about David Gordon Green doing The Exorcist? I'm excited to see what he does with it. He took the Halloween franchise and kind of brought it back to life and did a lot of interesting things with it that some people hated and some people loved. I loved them, so I will be first in line to see David Gordon Green's Exorcist. Maurice said, one of the creepiest videos I've ever watched was audio of Annalise Mitchell's exorcism. Let's see if I can find that. David O'Hanlon said, depends how drunk I get before then. Fair. Maurice says, I'm definitely watching Joe Bob tonight. Well, yeah, because Joe Bob is back in town. Let's see. Let me find this Annalise. There it is. Annalise Mitchell. Let me just find just the audio if I can. Is this it? All right. Well, I'm just going to pull up a video and see what it's like. Let's see what you're saying in the chat. David O'Hanlon said, I didn't like what Green did with Halloween, but I think he might add what I found lacking in Exorcist. Maurice said, Exorcism of Emily Rose is based off Annalise Mitchell. And Rob Field says, I've never been crazy about any Exorcist movies, but my movie buddy Robbie wants to see it. So, hey, I mean, there's nothing better than if you love horror films, and most of the people listening to this do, there's nothing quite like going to the theater to watch a horror movie. So I think that even if you're not sure you're going to like it, go see it and support it. I'm so happy to see Evil Dead Rise is just whooping butt at the box office. It makes me very happy. Okay, let's see if we got something worthwhile here. Hopefully I've got audio. There we go. Oh yeah, I had my lo-fi hip hop beats going, baby. All right, so let's see what we got going on over here. This is a video about the exorcism of Annalise Mitchell.
21st of September 1952 was a German woman who underwent a botched Catholic exorcism that resulted in her death. Her death has also been the inspiration for the horror films The Exorcist and the 2005 film The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Ooh.
Born as Anna Elisabeth Michel in the 21st of September 1952 in Liebelfing, Bavaria, West Germany, to a Roman
Bavaria.
Catholic family, Michelle was brought up along with 3 other sisters by her parents, Joseph and Anna. She was very religious and went to Mass twice a week, and when she was 16, she suffered a severe convulsion and was diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy.
All right.
In 1973, Michelle graduated and joined the University of Würzburg. Her classmates later described her as withdrawn and very religious.
You ever hear that saying, what do you do if you see somebody having a seizure in a bathtub? Throw in a load of laundry. Hey-oh! Ha ha! Okay, let's see. Rob Field said, saw the new Evil Dead for the 4th time earlier today. You, sir, are an MVP. I'm probably going to go see it again on Monday and drag Rachel along. David O'Hanlon, Exorcist 3 is one of my favorites. That one jump scare is timeless. Exorcist 3, highly underrated. I thought Rennie Harlan's prequel was a lot of fun, but other than that, I couldn't get into the series. I kind of like all of them, but I do agree 3 is really good. Apparently, Jeffrey Dahmer would agree.
In June 1970, Michelle suffered a 3rd seizure at the psychiatric hospital where she'd been staying. She was prescribed anticonvulsive drugs for the first time, including phenytoin, which didn't alleviate the problem. She began seeing devil faces at various times of the day, and by 1973, she suffered from depression and began hallucinating while praying, and she complained about hearing voices telling her that she was damned and would rot in hell. Michelle's treatment
I hear those voices too,
didn't
but
improve her health, and her depression worsened.
But they're my own.
Long-term treatment didn't help either, and she grew increasingly frustrated with medical intervention and taking pharmaceutical drugs for 5 years. Also, Michelle became intolerant of Christian sacred places and objects, such as the crucifix.
Wait, am I possessed? Is that what that means when you don't like going to church?
The practice of casting out demons from a person they are believed to have been possessed. The person performing the exorcism, known as the exorcist, is often a member of the Christian church.
Not the exorcist.
The exorcist often invokes God, Jesus, or several different angels and archangels to
God, Jesus, or the best deals you can get at Melbourne County Ford.
Intervene with the exorcism. Christian exorcists most commonly believe that the authority given to them by the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, known as the Trinity, is the source of their ability
That's known as
to
the
cast out
Holy
demons.
Trinity, but I'm not going to
In
split
general,
hairs.
people considered to be possessed are not regarded as evil in themselves, nor wholly responsible for their actions, because possession is considered to be an unwilling manipulation by a demon resulting in harm to self or
that's
others.
fair.
Therefore, practitioners regard
My
exorcism
question
as more
is,
of a cure than a punishment. In
where's
Catholic
the-
dogma, exorcism is sacramental but not sacrament. Unlike baptism or confession, and unlike a sacrament, exorcism's integrity and efficacy doesn't depend on a rigid use of unchanging formula or an ordered sequence of prescribed actions. Its efficacy depends on two elements: authorization from a valid illicit church authorities and the faith of the exorcist. After her treatment,
Okay.
Michelle would go to San Domenico, Italy with a family friend who regularly organized Christian pilgrimages. Her escort concluded
I'd
that
like
she
to
was
hear this
suffering from
audio
demonic
recording. I'm
possession
wondering if it's
because
coming
she was
up.
unable to walk past a crucifix and refused to drink the water of a Christian holy spring. Both she and her family, as well as her community, became convinced of her possession and consulted several priests asking for an exorcism. The priests declined and recommended a continuation of her medical treatment and informed the family that exorcisms required the bishop's permission. In the Catholic Church, official approval for an exorcism is given when the person strictly meets a set of criteria. Then they are considered to be suffering from a possession and under demonic control. Intense dislike for religious
Okay, before we go any further into that, Maurice has the video for me. Maurice, I can't click. Oh wait, I can highlight it. Okay, good. All right, I got it. Maurice sent in a YouTube link. I'm going to go there in a second. Rob Field said, I did read that The Pope's Exorcist is getting a sequel. Well, good, because they sure as hell established that it had a sequel coming. So let's see. Joe commented over on YouTube and said, I haven't seen a horror movie in theaters in years, maybe since The Strangers. Goodness. Well, if you can, go see Evil Dead Rise. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. All right, I'm getting out of that one video. This is the one. Oh, well, this one's already much more dramatic. Well, that's quite an image. Uh-oh, David's in the chat now. David says, I still think one of the best and underrated possession films is Taking of Deborah Logan. That's a good one. I mean, I don't know if this is a scary audio tape of an exorcism or just people speaking regular German. David, you think every score is using that people use is from The Crow? Grow up. Ja, I am das Demon. Ja.
I am das Demon, ja.
No, the screams are terrifying, Maurice. You're completely right. That is very mortifying. Yikes. In the chat, Jay Bayless, good to see you, Jay. He said, Maud? Maybe. Maurice said her screams are blood-curdling. I would have to agree. Patrick said probably just BS. Maybe. I think that a person acting this way has got to be very mentally unstable, without a doubt. So maybe BS, but maybe I think this woman probably really believes what's happening. Let's see. David O'Hanlon said, Deliver Us from Evil was super interesting. Not extra scary, but fun and full of new angles. Nice. And David said, sounds like me on the toilet earlier. Well, that's a nightmare I can't escape. Maurice McKittrick said, more than likely she was schizophrenic. I think that's fair. Oh my gosh. Oh, Patrick said that's what I mean, the psychological part. Yeah, I'm with you. Just a friendly reminder, we do accept tips on this stream. We try to raise $250 a month. Wow. And there are options to tip. You can see them right on the description of the stream. Any contribution is appreciated to help with Chicanos, vet bills, and now me needing to buy a new washing machine. But anyway, back to the blood-curdling hell. Jay Bayless said, there is only Zool.
There is only Zool.
Yeah, this is creepy. David O'Hanlon, I wanted to do a possession story for Weekly Spooky, but it'd be a long one with the way I want to do it. Well, David, how long is long? I might be willing to allow it to be a bit longer than normal, as long as it has commercial breaks every 2,000-ish words. So how long are you thinking? And David Denoyer said, are we watching The Northman? The screaming, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there was a lot of screaming in The Northman. Jay Bayless, 11 hours. Patrick Gunter, that's probably Dave in the bathroom right now. This is unnerving, to say the least. Ja, das Demon, na, ja, ja. Gosh. This is pretty disturbing. I do wish if I spoke German, I'd probably be either more or less afraid. I'm not sure which, though. Joe says, most of my friends live in other states, so I'm on that stream grind. What happened to our happy-go-lucky charlatans? Yeah, really. This one's dark. David O'Hanlon said probably about 5 or 6K, so I've done that length before, but those usually have some steam to hide the length. Well, David, if you want to write an exorcism story for Weekly Spooky, and if it's 6,000 words, just make sure there's a commercial break in the middle and go forth. This is scary. I don't know if I want play this game anymore. Let me find stupid exorcists. Ooh. Ooh. Here we go. Sorry, that actually was too scary. That was kind of creeping me out. So let's laugh at some dummies. Okay, so this is Bob Larson Exorcism. I think this is his own channel. Whoa, are you guys seeing this this sweet video package?
Darnell, from the minute we started breaking curses, you reacted. How old are you?
47.
47?
Darnell is 47 and a Christian. He's married with 4 children. When Bob started leading the group in curse-breaking prayers, Darnell became agitated and started manifesting demons. I don't know the rest was. They let it go by too fast. Let's see. Speaking of stupid exorcists, what about Repossessed with Leslie Nielsen? I have a soft spot for that movie because I watched it a lot when I was a kid. Yeah. Pretty much that's it. Jay Bayless says clearly has the demon on gluttony in him. Ooh, fat joke. Harsh, but fair. He's out of line, but he's right. David Denoyer says, you should find the one of the woman with this same preacher. Her husband just looks so annoyed the entire time. Why don't you find it, David? You're just doing nothing but sitting around on the toilet. And then Patrick said, what a fraud. Oh, man. And what a fraud. And Marie said, it's Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Demand, as a man of God,
Oh,
this evil to leave me.
yeah.
Whatever my ancestors did.
You know, I searched stupid exorcisms, and this says that he's going to be alleviated of the demon of stupidity.
Future generations.
That's what the video says it's going to say, that he's going to do.
Separate the spirit of this man who belongs to God.
Joe just asked, how do we get Bob Larson on the stream? I don't know. I mean, first, I guess we'd have to figure out if he's alive or not.
I'll torment you by the blood of Christ. You're going to leave this man. You're going to leave this man.
Come on, leave this man.
Really?
Jay Bayless said neck wrinkles. He looks like he has gills. Wow.
Does it go to Africa?
Brutal. David O'Hanlon said, wait, he gets angry and he's manifesting demons. When I do it, I'm drunk and need to leave work. Bull. Oh, God. Joe Scott said, exercising dyslexia.
Look at me. What did his ancestors do? What did they do?
Exercising the dyslexia demon. Ah!
What was the evil? What was the evil?
They submitted. They gave up. They were stupid. They didn't realize that God could deliver them. They gave up. They gave up.
I want to point out that this video is Bob Larson celebrating what a good exorcist he is, and this is a terrible video.
Spirit of slavery and servitude. Is
Whoa.
it's always blood. Chief.
Oh,
We receive.
God's judgment. God's judgment.
more David bathroom sounds. David O'Hanlon said, I volunteer to be possessed on the stream if you get this guy to come on.
Lift this curse
We together lift this curse.
on his children.
Jay Bayless said, I totally believe this. Obviously, demonic possession.
You gotta leave me something.
Maurice says, all I can think of right now is James Woods from Scary Movie.
Say future generations.
Joe Scott said, good news, Bob Larson is alive and does exorcisms over Skype for a cool $300. That's tough because we could start a fund, right, to hire him.
Without any legal authority to be there.
We go.
But I don't want to give this jackass any money. I'd hate to know that he, paid his gas bill with our hard work. Also, I love that he does it over Skype, not Zoom. Not Zoom. So I looked up stupid exorcists, trying to find man, I thought this would be, what about should I look up exorcism fails? Oh, wait. Ooh, another Bob Larson says Persian woman's demons speak in ancient languages going back to the time of Daniel the prophet. This is going to be good. Okay. How much do you guys want to bet? Hold on. I gotta go back to okay. So how much you guys want to bet that the ancient language she speaks sounds like saying, so most people when they speak in tongues, they basically say should have bought a Hyundai, like the car, but they say it really fast. Should have bought a Hyundai, 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 should have bought a Hyundai. So how much do you want to bet she basically talks about Hyundai? David O'Hanlon said, considering the faces I've gotten therapists to make, I'm sure I can make this guy shit himself. Jay Bayless said, hot damn. And Joe Scott said, this is 100% true. I'm Daniel the prophet. Oh, you guys are the best. You guys are funny as hell. All right, let's see what happens when this young woman speaks an ancient tongue from the time of Daniel the prophet. Jump scare warning, jeez. And by the way, kids, I'm not kidding. If you have anything you want me to check out on the stream, just post it in the chat, and I might go there and watch it for a little bit, and we'll hang out. Have a good time. David Norris said, I'm waiting for you to summon a curse now, like in Victor Crowley. Uh-oh. I don't want none of what Victor Crowley's selling. She's very angry. Jay Bayless, remember, not Iranian, Persian.
Nilufar, it's a Persian name.
Persian. So how old are you?
Like the cat.
I am at the same.
46. Okay. Are you still single?
Whoa.
Never married?
Wow.
Oh, bless your heart.
What? 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 Hold on. We're gonna replay that. We're gonna replay that in just a second. Cause that was something friggin' else right there. Oh my God. Did you all hear that? Did you all hear that? Marie said it looked like he was leaning in for a kiss and she wasn't having it. Well, clearly she's not getting a whole lot of love at all. Joe Scott said, "Oh, you're a perma virgin? How sad." Oh God. I'm sorry. That's too much for me. Victor Crowley is better than Aleister Crowley. Rob Field said, be mindful when it comes to curses or playing with things mortals were never meant to play with. Many of you have seen what happens in horror movies. That's true. I want to rewind this because Homie is just tearing this girl down. Oh my God, Patrick, the pickup exorcist. That may be the best comment of the entire show, Patrick. That was funny as hell. I'm going to rewind this because he literally says, like, how old are you? And she's like crying, 43. And are you married? No. And he's like, aw. Jeez. What a Chad. This is Exorcist Chad, if ever there has been an Exorcist Chad.
Nilufar, it's a Persian name.
Persian. So how old are you?
I am at the same.
46. Okay.
46?
Are you still single? Never married?
Wow. Oh, you're barren. We don't care about you. Now act weird for our internet video so we can make money. Ad revenue, 3 million views.
How long have you been a Christian?
5 years now.
5 years.
She's been a Christian for 5 years and still not married.
Who spoke something terrible over your
Nick
life?
Click said, wait, so since I am single, am I possessed? Well, you, Nick, yes. You definitely are, Nick. But that's just because I know you. You going to be at the lounge in a little bit, Nick? I'm probably going to be there around 5:30 or 6 before Joe Bob.
You're going to be single forever, and it's okay. We're going to take care of you anywhere you go. And
They said you're going to be single forever. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. Well, that's another curse. Let's break that curse right now.
okay.
Say in the name of Jesus.
Name of Jesus.
Wow.
I break this curse.
I read this curse.
This curse of being a cat lady, apparently.
Put your eyes on me, look at me when you say it.
David O'Hanlon said she's kind of hot, probably because of the demons. That's my type. And Nick said, I'm building a cat tree. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Joe Scott, we're going to get rid of these damn blocking demons. Praise Jesus.
I anoint you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Bob senses that the demons are interfering with Nilo breaking the curse, so he anoints her in the name of the Holy Trinity. Oh, there we go. I'm guessing that's the first time she's felt that before. This is getting very sexy. There you go. That's the good stuff right there. That's the good stuff.
I divide soul and spirit.
David Denoyer said, this guy is like Dr. Phil with an edge. And Jay Bayless said her O face. No, I think we've definitely seen her O face. Of course, there's an O in demon. Whoa, this is hot.
Isabel.
Isabel.
Isabel. You're going to let this
Jezebel in Farsi, the Persian language, is Isabel. Very, very constructive, very useful information. Nick said, "I love it when a dude slams a cross on my face while I'm orgasming." I had a feeling you look like the type. Jay Bayless, ooh, you can't spell demon without an O. David O'Hanlon, there's a D in demon too. Unlike her. Oh my God, you just killed me, David. Joe Scott, I'm not hearing any ancient Persian. Oh, hold on. We just heard it actually. Okay, hold on. We're going to get back to that in just 1 second. Marie said, go back to the beginning of this video. Pretty sure I heard the Pornhub tone. Oh, you mean this? Welcome to the demons. Me and Nick went to the same Catholic school, apparently. That's what David O'Hanlon said. David O'Hanlon said, I won't be convinced unless she pees during this exorcism. Rob Field said, oh, come on. Who are they trying to kid here? We may have been born at night, but it wasn't last night. So hold on. Let's listen to this. She's going to start speaking in tongues.
What started this curse? Hold her tight, guys.
That's kind of gibberish. The language of the demons is Persian, Farsi so ancient that the Iranians present in the seminar didn't recognize it. Oh, because it was the Persians in the buildings problem. It was the Persians in the buildings problem with that they couldn't understand the gibberish she was saying. That makes sense. That makes sense.
You again. Answer me.
Joe Scott said David just out here exposing his pee fetish. Fair. David Hanlon, Hen played that intro off his phone. Correct. Maurice McKittrick, this is the real Evil Dead Rise.
Witchcraft.
Oh, she's getting into it.
You like that.
I like that.
Witchcraft 10 generations ago. And why did they
David
do it?
O'Hanlon, did he just smack her ass?
What did
Maybe.
they want? Power,
I hope so.
money, wealth.
Yes.
Why would a demon want power, money, and wealth when they're immortal?
They worshipped you. How did they worship you? With sacrifice? Sons. They sacrificed their sons.
What?
They belong to Nabby. Nabby?
Nabby? Oh, I know Nabby.
Her ancestors?
Yes. I didn't realize she was a snake demon.
To break the blessing of Daniel, the prophet.
And they wanted to move from the city.
The pagans wanted the godly descendants of Daniel to move away to get them out of the way.
Nilo, you've been listening to what goes on? You've been doing a great job staying out of the way and letting them talk. Say, I, Nilo.
Okay, I Nilo.
Break this ancient curse.
Break this. Oh no!
I feel like I should just watch people playing, like, LARPing, because it's a little bit less disingenuous.
Go down. I want Nilo. Go down.
Maurice just said, I don't remember the third act of Repossessed being this sexy.
I break the
Joe Scott said, this porn parody of The Exorcist is pretty interesting.
blessed Daniel prophet.
By removing the curse
By
Removing the curse.
of my ancestors.
my ancestors.
Sacrificing their male firstborn.
Sacrifice the
Their male firstborn.
Their male firstborn.
Their male firstborn.
The curse is broken.
The curse is broken.
Oh, there it goes.
Stay with me, David.
That's
Stay
right.
with me.
Keep her going.
So the curse is broken.
The curse is broken.
Isabel has to leave.
Isabel has to leave.
Now, sorry, Isabel, your time's up.
The spirit cannot stay.
My destiny is blessed.
My destiny is
My
blessed.
future is blessed.
My future
is blessed.
blessed.
Daniel is blessed.
As Daniel was blessed.
I will be
Daniel
blessed.
is
I will be
blessed.
blessed.
Put an angel of the Lord in your left, an angel of the Lord in your right, an angel
Just
of the Lord
whacking
behind
her with
you,
that
an angel of the
Bible.
Lord in front of you. Cross
Right
your
in the
hands and
chest.
wrist, please.
Get her good.
I take a threefold cord from Ecclesiastes 4:12, and I bind.
Jay Bayless said, hey, glasses guy shaved his goatee from the last video. You're right. David Denoyer said, after this, pull up the vid I sent. Woman gets possessed on store CCTV footage, LOL. I'll check that out.
Legs. They're bound.
She calls her hymen a curse.
You're
Oh
surrounded by
my
the
god.
angels of God.
Oh, you guys are really like brutal enablers of me saying and doing awful things.
Do you have a legal right? Yes or no?
Yes or no?
When do you have to go?
Yeah.
Go down to the legal right now.
Yeah, come on, punk ass. Demon, I say, get the out of this woman's vagina.
Sword back there. You don't like that sword, do you?
Demon.
Say I, Isabel.
Isabel!
Look at me. Bind myself
Myself. What?
to all my kingdom.
My kingdom!
Of witchcraft
These two are having a great time.
and blood covenants. And the sacrifice of children. Together.
Together!
We live
Together. I'm going to switch over to Dave's video in a second before we wrap things up for tonight.
and future generations.
Joe Scott said this guy is the Steven Seagal of exorcisms. Man, you're right on that one.
We receive
Receive.
the judgment.
It's just
Oh, that's not what I wanted. No. Oh, wow. Most of the video is just testimonials.
Who does the glory belong to?
Jesus, my Lord.
All right. Let's see what Dave sent in. From Inside Edition.
A woman appears to become possessed while shopping in a supermarket, and the apparent incident was all captured on surveillance.
I mean, it looks like she's having a seizure.
As shoppers in China attempted to assist her, she let out a loud scream, frightening the onlookers. The video was posted on China's version of YouTube, and thousands of viewers are circulating the footage online. While we can admit that the video is kind of creepy, its authenticity can't be verified, with some people commenting that it could be staged.
I mean, if it's not staged, I mean, it looks like she's just having a freak out. Well, Dave, thanks for the short video. Jeez. Jay Bayless says Weekly Spooky needs testimonials. Hey, I would love for people to film testimonials about the show freaking them out. We had a great, Joe Scott said she isn't possessed. She just couldn't believe the great savings. Maurice said, looks like she felt a great disturbance in the force. So, no, great disturbance in the force. We got this great comment on the Weekly Spooky Tomb of Terror, which if you're not on there, it's a Facebook group where Weekly Spooky fans just hang out and shoot the and it's really fun place. But somebody told us that she was waiting in line at Starbucks while listening to a story and ended up forgetting to get her food or to get her drink. Like she forgot to order. So when she got to the window, she had to just drive past. And that was very flattering. That made me feel good that somebody was that invested. Maurice McKittrick said, looks like, I'm sorry, I already read that one. David O'Hanlon said she's just wearing one of those remote control vibrators, those vibrating panties. Yeah. That's how you feel the spirit. Now let me hear it. So unless you kids got anything else, I'll try to find one more video. I'm not sure what else is out there. I could try exorcism fails. Searching for fails is always a good time. Oh man, I just found a clip of this exorcist guy on Dr. Phil. Joe Scott just said, can we get Bob Larson to film a Fiverr testimonial about Weekly Spooky? Hey, if you find it, I'll pay it because that's a tax write-off. So we've got a video of this charlatan fraud.
You were here before
on Dr. Phil.
You didn't have the title doctor before. You were just Reverend Bob Larson. And,
so now he's Dr. Bob Larson.
Reverend Dr. Bob Larson?
Correct. Reverend Dr. Grand Wizard Bob Larson, actually.
Doctorate of Divinity.
Uh-huh. And when did you have time to do that?
Very busy guy, but I do a lot of writing and I do a lot of studying, and I've been working on this for a number of years now since I last saw you.
What seminary did you go through?
Well, I did online study and by correspondence, and
I have an inkjet printer
that way because I don't have the ability to just
there you
one
go
place at one time.
Yeah. You say you've done
40,000 exorcisms
over a career for.
No wonder he uses Skype. Yeah.
Is it expensive to get one?
40,000.
Well,
yeah. What does he pay?
People can come to our seminars. There is no obligation, no charge for anything. Now, if they want to get our services, and I'm in a city somewhere, and I have to fly there and set up, yes, there is a suggested donation.
Suggested donation.
On your website, you don't list doctor on your website. You should update that.
We're updating a lot of things on our website. We're just trying to stay up with what we're doing.
Joe Scott said he sent in enough box tops for his doctorate.
It's $495 for an in-person encounter.
That's correct.
$395
Dr.
for
Phil.
a Skype.
Correct.
And $295.
All his prices have went down.
Phone.
Correct.
So you can do an exorcism on the phone?
Well, it's not as good as in person, but
that's why it's cheaper.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Sure, I can do, but it's, it's not the best. But we do what we can because some people can't make arrangements to travel to see us.
Okay. And
Patrick said this is very funny because they're both hacks. Oh yeah, they're just sniffing each other out.
Offer training, like apprentice level training, for like $9.95, and warrior level and exorcist level training is also $9.95.
That's not quite accurate.
Well, that's what it says on your website.
I think if you'll check, you'll see it's a $500 for all 30 courses for 3 levels.
Okay, who wants to sponsor me to become an exorcist?
I can become an exorcist.
I'm just saying.
You can learn the techniques and the procedures, the history, and all the ramifications of what it means to understand exorcism. A lot of that is just
Maurice says he got his doctorate from the University of the Dominican Republic.
This phenomenon is all about.
Why did the exorcism only work with Thomas?
Thomas was completely ready. He was.
Oh boy, it's one of those, the exorcism only works if you believe it'll work things. I guarantee that's what he's about to say. David O'Hanlon said they were they all different demons, or is he getting some sequels in there too? David O'Hanlon, my demons always let me use the phone to call exorcists. Joe Scott said, all right, people, it's time to give Enrique $500 for the funniest video ever. And David O'Hanlon said, I'll wait for a sale. Jay Bayless, Dr. Reverend Enrique Couto. Yep. Damn right. And don't you forget it.
He was highly motivated. His demonic spirits were very reactive instantly. With Victoria, we did get slight demonic manifestations.
Oh, yeah,
but
like losers level.
The evil spirit said, this isn't going to work, basically. Because
at one point, the spirit said, oh, she's just a bitch. She's not a demon. She's just a
faith.
Who spoke to you during Thomas's exorcism? He's drawn some of his demons.
Ooh, I like the Macho Man Randy Savage neck veins he got going there.
Well, the evil spirits.
Oh, yeah, I am the Legion, the cream of the crop.
Terrible blood sacrifice rituals, which had given them generational embedment in his bloodline to bring about his possession.
I am a demon.
You said you actually spoke
Look at the drawings my nephew has made of me and my legion of power.
Claimed, yes.
Do you ever worry about there being a high degree of suggestibility in what you do? Because when I was watching with him,
David Denoyer
talking about snakes.
Joe Scott said, Thomas's demons have concept art. David Denoyer said, well, doctor, it's just so happens that we have Satan here today, and he says you know nothing about his work. David O'Hanlon said, did he chloroform the demon? Well, I mean, got to do what you got to do. Maurice McKittrick said, these people are looking like they've never heard an spit out so much shit.
Violent
Joe Scott, I'm pretty sure these are just personas.
Every other circumstance.
Just personas. Oh my God, that's the best thing I've heard all day. Jay Bayless said, dude should draw comic books.
Is that suggesting, or is that just calling the demon out?
The demons have to.
Now, would you say that you are a liar and a cheat, or simply
I sit down
a
with
cheat?
a person, and we begin a session. And I've had them jump out of a chair and assault me without my saying anything.
I would do the same.
Voluntarily, without my
honestly, that just
anything.
checks out. That's the most truthful thing I've ever heard him say, is that somebody assaulted him out of nowhere without him saying a word. I believe that part. I believe that 100%. David O'Hanlon said, I need these two to have a celebrity boxing match. Loser gives up their doctorate. That's funny. And Jay Bailey said, bring it on, bring it, MF Demon. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bring it on, Demon. Oh, yeah. All right, coming up, we've got Peter Vincent, and he's going to teach us about the best ways to identify if your neighbor is a vampire. Right after this. I don't have, I was like, and then the music bed for Dr. Phil does not sound like that. But anyway, well, my friends, it's about time for me to wrap it up. It's just about 5. Oh, but we got some good news in the chat. Morgan Moore just commented, I got a job. My buddy Morg had been out of work for about 2 weeks. Congratulations, Morg. I'm so happy to hear you got a job. Awesome, awesome news. Great news to start a Friday evening. Hell yeah. My good buddy Morgan has got a job. For that, I give you air horn. Darn tootin'. So let's get some music playing again, and then I am going to start getting out of here. But thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me, chatting with us. Really great chat this week. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for the donations, although almost all of them came from Joe. Joe, thank you. You're single-handedly keeping the stream alive in a very good way. I appreciate you. Appreciate all of you, Mother Hubbards. So until we meet again, take care. And if you're watching Joe Bob's Last Drive-In tonight, enjoy. But now, I guess it's time for me to roll.